if you're paying attention to, well, anything right now, your grocery bill, the price at the pump, even your retirement account, you can just feel it, right? Something is off. But here's the thing. What if I told you that this exact moment, this feeling of fear and uncertainty, is always when the biggest wealth transfer in history happens? It's true. Okay, let's get into it. It's a simple question, isn't it? But the answer, well, it's pretty complex. And spoiler alert, it's not just a feeling. Your purchasing power is literally being destroyed. Now, while most people are starting to panic, a small group of investors, they see what's really going on, and they're getting ready to capitalize on it. So you see this number 3%? It's not just some random statistic. It's a signal. See, it's 50% higher than the Federal Reserve's official target. And what that means is the cost of everything is climbing way faster than the people in charge want it to. It means your savings are losing value every single day. So what does that actually mean for you in your day-to-day life? Well, it means the average American household is spending an extra $1,043 a year just to buy the exact same stuff they did back in 2021. Think about that. That's over $1,000 just poof, gone from your wallet for absolutely nothing new in return. And all of this is happening against a pretty terrifying backdrop, a $39 trillion national debt. To put that into perspective for you, the government is printing $1 trillion new dollars roughly every 100 days. All that new money just floods the system and devalues the dollars you worked so hard for. Look, these aren't just random, disconnected numbers. They're the warning signs. They're the dark clouds gathering for a massive economic shift. You've got this crushing debt, runaway inflation, and all this global instability, and they are all coming together at the exact same time. It's a perfect storm. But, and this is the most important part of this whole thing, this storm, it isn't something you need to be afraid of. It's something you need to prepare for. Because a market crash is not the end. It is the single biggest opportunity for a massive wealth transfer that you will probably ever see in your entire lifetime. Okay, so to actually seize this opportunity, you have to start questioning the old rules, the old map. For decades, we've all been told the same thing, right? Just put your money in a 401k and trust the stock market. But what if that advice is now the biggest risk you could possibly take? Let's break it down like this. With a 401k, you have basically zero control. You're just a passenger on a plane, hands tied, hoping the market goes up. But with real cash-flowing assets, you're not just a passenger anymore, you're the pilot. You control the income, you get incredible tax benefits, you are in the driver's seat. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he puts it even more bluntly. He basically believes the whole 401k system, which was created way back in 1974, was essentially designed to fail his generation. It leaves them completely vulnerable when the market finally takes a nosedive. So, if the old map is broken, what's the new one? Well, this is the playbook that savvy investors use. It's how they don't just survive the chaos, but actually come out on top. It's all about having a clear strategy, and not just reacting with panic like everyone else. You see, every crisis follows this predictable 4-stage cycle. Stage 1 is panic. Fear completely takes over, the headlines are all doom and gloom, and amateur investors sell everything at the absolute worst possible time. And this is when quality assets go on a massive clearance sale. That leads to Stage 2, the bottom, where the smart money quietly starts buying things up. Then comes the recovery, as confidence slowly creeps back in, and finally, the boom. That's when everyone who sold in a panic rushes back in, right at the top, of course. And this just perfectly illustrates the main idea, which Warren Buffett summed up brilliantly. Patience is everything. During a crisis, money simply moves from people who react emotionally to people who have a plan and stick to it. So, how do you become one of the patient ones, the ones with a plan? Simple. You don't wait for the storm to hit. You start building your financial fortress right now. I mean, today. All right, here's your action plan. Step 1. Cut every single unnecessary expense. You gotta get surgical with your budget. Every dollar you save is a dollar you can put to work later. 2, build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. This is your moat. It protects you from ever having to sell your investments when life happens. 3rd, get rid of high interest debt, especially credit cards. That debt is an anchor paying someone else 20% interest or more. You gotta break free. And 4th, increase your income. Get a side hustle, start freelancing. Do something to expand your financial capacity. The whole point of these steps is to build up your war chest. Because I promise you, During a crash, cash isn't trash. It's the most powerful tool you can possibly have. It's the ammunition that lets you buy incredible assets when everyone else is being forced to sell them for pennies on the dollar. To make all this feel a little more real, let's set a target. Let's say age 30. It's a fantastic checkpoint in your financial life to just stop for a second and ask, okay, how am I really doing? It's time for a moment of brutal honesty with yourself. So by the time you hit 30, this is the goal. This is where you want to be. Your emergency fund, it's locked in, secure. That high-interest consumer debt, gone. You're bringing in money from more than just one source. You have a watch list of quality assets you're just waiting to buy at the right price. And maybe most importantly, you've trained your mind to act on logic, not on the fear and greed you see all over the news. Now, I know Kiyosaki's quote here sounds a little harsh, right? But the point isn't about having a Lamborghini by 30. It's about being on the path to financial freedom, where you have enough assets to cover your expenses without needing a job. If you're not on that path by 30, it's a huge wake-up call to change course and fast. And that path, it leads to one ultimate destination: cash flow. This is the real secret of the wealthy. They don't just try to pile up a bunch of money. They build systems, they buy assets that generate money for them month after month. So what is a cash-flowing asset exactly? It's simple. It's any investment that pays you on a regular basis. Could be rental income from a property you own, royalties from things like oil wells, or dividends from a solid business. It's money that works for you so you don't have to work for it. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. A 401k's return, it depends completely on the market just going up. It's based on hope. A real asset, like a rental property, gives you monthly cash flow, you build equity as your tenant pays down your mortgage, and you get massive tax breaks. You get to use this amazing thing called depreciation, which lets you deduct the wear and tear from your taxes even while the property's value goes up. You're in complete control. So in the end, it all comes down to a choice. The next financial reset, it's coming. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And when it happens, it will divide everyone into two groups: the unprepared, who will get wiped out, and the prepared, who will build generational wealth. The only question left is, which side are you going to be on?